Hello and welcome to Tales from the Backlog. My name is Steve Boshear, and I will be, hosting, I guess is what I'm doing tonight. Uh, we are playing The Green Knight, based on the new movie from A4. So, Matt, why don't you tell us about it?
So The Green Knight is based on the new movie from A24. I
Is it
don't know.
A24?
I think it's A24.
Yeah, typos.
So I think this was developed and released because they had to delay the movie due to COVID. So that's kind of interesting. I guess it's an interesting fact if it's true. That they were like, well, what can we make? Since to keep the hype, and so they made a role-playing game.
All
So
right.
you can get it if you so choose, and it comes with some movie paraphernalia, I guess, and a single 20-sided die.
Is it green?
It is black with green numbers.
Good enough.
I guess that'll do.
Probably already existed somewhere. So yeah, I think Jason also has this, but he's allowing me to ruin his night.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited for you to run this. Like, genuinely.
Me too, man.
So, I guess if you guys want to go around and say who you are, I think that's my duty as the GM is to get you guys to introduce who you're playing, and then we can start the game proper. Yeah?
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. So I am playing Duke Esclagant, as you can see there on your screen. Um, I was in the woods hunting one day with my sons, who are strong and noble, and the Green Knight appeared to me, and he told me that he wanted to challenge me to a game. That if I would strike him, uh, he would not move and allow me to strike my blow. And in return, uh, he would uh, he would require me to seek him out a year and a day afterwards in order to stand still while he delivered the same blow back to me that I did to him. This was supposed to be a test of courage and strength, but it just sounded ridiculous to me. It sounded stupid. Why would someone do that? Would just stand there and let someone hit you? Like this is what 5-year-olds do. So I didn't want to do it. Um, except that he saw my sons there with me, and he began to threaten them, and he began to use threats against my sons to enrage me, and eventually I did take my sword and run him through, right through the heart. But he did not die. And he told me that in a year and a day, I would have to seek him out in order to fulfill my end of the bargain and take the same blow that I dealt to him. For the past year, I've been trying to find out who he is. I am a noble man with a castle and lots of rich friends, and I've been asking everywhere, and nobody has ever heard of this strange green man with his green clothes and green weapons and green cape and green belt and probably a green horse. Nobody's heard of him. So I have no choice but to go out and try to look for him because the year is approaching.
I'm Jason. I'm playing Sir Leofer. Sir Leofer is a disgraced knight. Um, he doesn't really he doesn't talk about what his disgrace is, but he found the green. He actually searched out the Green Knight deep in the heart of the forest, and it found him in an idyllic glen where where I beseech the Green Knight to allow me to escape my sins against the divine by joining the Fey realm which he refused, but said, but offered me the same challenge he offered Duke Escligant. And in my frustration and disappointment, I struck him down with my sword because he wouldn't let me into the Fey realm. And I have spent the better part of the last year wallowing in drink and self-pity over my sorry state.
I'm Cody. I am playing Marlin the fish. And I am a sorcerer, branded a heretic, and forced to live in recluse, in nature. I secluded myself to a lake where those seeking aid beyond what modern medicine can provide seek me out. I gained the title the Fish because every time some witch hunter or otherwise came after me, I would enchant them into thinking I had turned into a fish and jumped into the lake, not to be found ever again. One day, I was meditating on the docks where I was approached by a clandestine knight in full green armor who had a wooden axe with a emerald green head. And he approached me, offering me the challenge to take up his axe and strike him, so that not but a year later he can pursue me, or he can deliver the same blow unto me. I scoffed, and I told him, I am a healer, I do not hurt people. At which he questioned all of my intentions and my unnatural power, and he antagonized me, accusing me of hurting those I claimed to help, only putting them in danger of those that pursue me. Him attacking my pride, I picked up his axe, and I stood before the man, knowing I am not a man of strength. I am a man of wit and magic. Where I picked up his axe to honor his deal, and I erupted the dock below him and crashed the whole dock on top of them, expecting no man could survive that. For first, no man could survive that much force crushing them, but also, in full plate armor, no man could get out of the lake on his own. Only for him to appear, walking out, unfazed, unscratched, asking for his axe back. I've spent the last year meditating on the reality of the situation, and ultimately am convinced that as long as I don't stand under a dock when I approach the knight, I should be fine. But I will go meet him all the same.
All right. That will bring us to the beginning of our story, where the three of you find yourselves at a tavern where many roads meet. Almost 1 year ago to the day, each of you was visited by the mysterious Green Knight. Although you were miles apart, it seems that these visits occurred simultaneously. You all harmed the Green Knight in some way, with the Knight's promise that he would return the damage done to him 1 year hence. Now, shortly before that year is up, you meet at the beginning of your journey. Over the course of the night, the three of you exchange stories, and you agree to go on this quest to the Green Chapel together. The night passes with anxious revelry. In the stark morning light, you get the first clear look at the other members of your party. You will face your destinies together.
All right. Marlin the fish, what do you look like?
You guys watch Merlin?
The old show?
Yeah. Yeah, I just have a longer nose than even he did. Cause I got a Marlin, so I gotta have a really long nose. It's almost like I'm Pinocchio.
Okay. Cool. And what Sir Leofire?
Leofer.
Leofer. What is your appearance, sir?
I am dark of countenance, middling of height and build. I have a haggard visage, which you would think with my years of fighting and combat and just prowess I would be able to use to inspire fear in my opponents, but really it just tends to make people pity me. I'm an extremely pitiful person. And I am also missing my left hand, and its place is a steel hook.
Your whole left hand, Jesus Christ.
Not for me.
Would it be better if it was only like this half of it?
Not really.
I don't know. Cody was like, your whole left hand. No.
Duke Esclagon.
Well, you guys are friggin' ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you the good-looking one of us?
I guess I am. I wouldn't have thought myself to be that in most company. You know, I'm kind of a portly man. Not fat, but, you know, I eat. I pay for it, and I eat. I'm large in size. I'm broad-shouldered. You know, I have a good-sized frame on which to carry the weight.
He's slim thick.
No, I'm muscle thick, is what I am.
Yeah.
But I do not carry myself with the demeanor of one who is looking for a physical challenge. You know, I'm courteous to people. I tend to be polite. I'm a de-escalator, and you guys probably saw this even last night in our revelries. I did not partake of too much strong drink, and I never really fly off the handle if I can help it, except, you know, that one time when I stabbed the Green Knight through the heart, which was a mistake that I regret.
Speaking of which, where are your sons right now?
They went off. You know, I ordered them to stay at home, but they disobeyed me and went off in separate directions, also seeking the Green Knight on my behalf.
Oh, wow.
They want to... They know that my quest to find him is nearly hopeless, as I have absolutely no clue where to look, and no one we know has heard of him. So they went off in an attempt to aid me. They went off separate directions.
All right, are you guys ready to start your journey?
I am.
Right.
Yes. When do we tell you what our virtue and our vice is?
When it comes up.
Okay.
All right, so a few hours into your journey, the familiarity of the tavern and your homes has faded into the distance. The woods on the path are like nothing you've seen before. There's mysteriously gnarled branches, there's dark foreign shadows, and a cold wind surrounds you. You're focusing so much on the eeriness that you almost don't notice the overturned cart right in front of you. The cart looks to have been the subject of an ambush. Arrows stick out of the side of the cart, and peasant bodies litter the road. The scene is quiet. Maybe a little too quiet. What do you do?
Look out, guys. A cart.
I draw my sword and cautiously scan the tree line around us.
I do the same.
Looking to see if there's anyone lying in ambush.
So I will say this. The interesting thing is that this is considered an encounter. So the first thing that's going to happen is everybody's going to get a point of dishonor.
I hate that part of this game, by the way.
Yes, we do.
I walked up to a cart. Oh, man, my honor.
Yeah.
And we're also going to roll for initiative.
Okay,
So
hold
the-
on. I'm adding the dishonor here. I'm doing this in a somewhat unwieldy way, since I am not at the table right now. But everyone should be seeing the extra check mark now.
No, I love it.
All right.
So
Okay.
you'll all roll for initiative, and the way that works is an authority check.
All right. I got +4 to that.
0. Ah. Ooh, 20 on the die.
24. I'm sorry, 23.
3.
23, 20, and 3. Perfect.
And 3. All right. So in this case, the way that the game works is that in this encounter, Steve is the encounter leader. So he will start every turn, and then when you guys do something, it has to be based on a skill or ability that you have. So you can say that you scan for an ambush, but you have to use one of your skills or abilities to do so. Hopefully one that makes sense to do that.
Okay.
And then you have to roll, I think it's higher. Let me double check.
You have to roll higher than your dishonor if you are making an honorable action.
Yes.
That's right, yeah.
So you have to roll higher, and then any skills you have, add the bonus for that. So you have to roll higher than everybody's got 11 right now, so you have to roll higher than that to succeed in that.
All right, so I'm going first.
So you are going first.
Then I will... I will do as I said. I will draw my sword and begin scanning for an ambush or any other threat. And I will do this using my reason, I suppose. Looking for likely places for people to be hiding.
Okay.
I am going to use my virtue of... No, that doesn't apply. I was going to say, my virtue is valorous. I don't think it helps me look around. Yeah, I got a 7. I'm dishonored by it. My failure to see has dishonored me.
I'm going to change this so we don't have the same virtue. Is that all right? I didn't realize we picked the same one.
I don't mind having the same one, but if you want to change it, it's up to Matt.
Matt, what do you think?
I'm fine with it since you haven't used it.
Okay. Oh, changing it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay.
My vice is gluttonous, by the way.
Okay. Cool. Just so we get a little bit of variety. I mean, it's part of the spirit of Shadow.
So Marlon, it is now your turn to decide to do something.
I would like to. So I assume I can use like all basic like magic. Like I could light a candle like without a match, right?
Yeah.
And can you remind me, was it daytime or nighttime?
It's daytime. I mean, you
Okay.
see the car, you see that it's overturned, you
Okay.
see the dead bodies.
I would just like to shout out. Is anybody alive? Does anybody need healing? I can help you. And I would like to use my charm persuasion. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I rolled a 6 + 4, which is only 10, which means I don't meet my DC.
Yeah, you have to roll higher.
Yeah. So I actually would have had to roll 12, not even an 11. Okay.
So you also gain a point of dishonor for failing, and you look at the dead bodies and think, oh, they're definitely dead.
Guys, we are not going to make it.
Just die of a heart attack.
We've already gotten 2 extra points. Well, me and Marlon have gotten 2, and Leffer has gotten 1 just for being here.
So we'll see what decision Sir Leofer makes.
What do you think?
Well, Leofer wants to do what he was originally going to do, using his nightly combat training to, again, scan the tree line for possible ambushes using his vigilance. Getting a 19 on that.
All right.
Finally.
So you succeed spotting a...
That removes a point, right?
That does remove a point.
Woo!
You spot a rustling in the bushes and notice several figures hiding in the forest. By the look of the ones closer to you, they seem to be in rough shape. But they haven't noticed you yet, and they don't have any weapons drawn. So, it is now Steve's turn again. However, everybody gets a point of dishonor.
And you know what? I would like to, using my bodyguard ability, so whenever I succeed at an action, I can grant one character a +2 bonus to any courage, might, or charm skill action they perform on their next turn.
Okay.
So I'm going to pass that on to Steve here real quick.
All right. I will... I know that as the encounter leader, it is my decision whether the encounter continues or not. There may be secret objectives that I don't know about, but from my perspective, we are not obligated to engage these men unless they notice us. We could quietly sneak by. Or we could try to right the injustice that they have committed by attacking this cart.
Well, sneaking sounds like it's going to just add more dishonor to whatever we're to our already growing pile of dishonor.
You are correct. All right. Then I will use...
Call them out.
What was it? Courage, cunning, or charm that you buffed?
No. Courage, might, or charm.
Well, okay. I'm going to use the courage for... I'm going to use my authority skill. And I will draw my sword. No, my sword's already in my hand. I will approach these men. And I will walk towards them boldly in a manner that encourages the 2 of you to follow right behind me. And I will say, "Ho, ruffians! Return your stolen goods and allow us to pass." And thanks to my +2 from the courage ability, +2 from authority, and +2 from the buff that Leofer gave me, I have rolled a 21.
All right.
I finally get to remove a dishonor.
You do get to remove a dishonor. So, the bandits come out to meet you. One in particular speaks for the rest of them. He's a tall, cloaked figure, and as he approaches you, he says, "Y'all wander through the wrong woods. Heavy toll roads and the like." He looks at your weapons, which are drawn. Tell you what, if you can help us with a task, we'll let you pass through for free. But we'll also toss in something a little special.
Sorry, can I retcon a little bit to my turn and use my Noble's Favor ability on Leofer? It means if he succeeds, or fails, I also get, whatever honor he gains or loses. I'm basically patronizing him for the next round.
So you want to do that?
I want to do that to
the end of
Leofer.
this turn.
Yeah, at
So
the end of
for
the
him-
turn that I just had, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I can only do it on my own turn. That's why it's a little bit of a retcon. So
I'm excited for your turn.
yeah. So now both of our fates are in your hand, Leofer.
Nice. Good. Good.
So this guy wants us to do a task.
Of which there is a reward.
All right.
Is it my turn?
It is.
Yeah.
So I don't feel, since they're propositioning us with a deal, I feel like they're not hostile. Is that true right now?
They do not currently have any weapons drawn, but they are looking at Leofer and Duke's drawn weapons.
Okay, I would like to charm, trickery them,
Oh boy.
and use my enchantment ability in an attempt to keep the peace. I will say, I think you, no. It's best if we move along. There's much greater, more authoritative forces shortly behind us. It's best if we all get going very quickly.
I think your desire to use trickery is going to be considered a dishonorable action. So you're going to have to roll lower than your dishonor. But any buffs that you have will be minuses in this case. And essentially, it is.
So
it is
I want a
dishonor.
lower number.
Yeah, so you're going to want a lower number.
And how does this work if I want to use my virtue of peaceful? Or does that not really apply yet?
So your virtue would just be a reroll, essentially. Yep. So if you're unsatisfied, then you could use your virtue, but it's still going to be considered dishonorable action.
I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna go through with that because like I don't want to spend too much time thinking about what else I could be doing. So the dice says a 9, and then I have a 2 from charm, a 2 from trickery, and my enchantment says you receive a +2 bonus on charm rolls against people who are not afraid or hostile. I feel like that should be a plus or minus, considering everything else in this game is plus or minus.
I mean, the 9 itself is going to give you a success on your dishonorable action.
Okay.
So they understand that you'd like to go on your way. You do get another point of dishonor. Steve, if you want to add that.
I did already. I did as soon as he attempted, because he gets one either way.
And then they understand that you want to leave, but they nod along and just kind of push the fact that there are tolls. So you can go, but you'll pay for it, or you can help us.
Oh, I was under the impression they were the toll. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they are. We pay them the toll, or they let us go if we do something for them.
Okay, well, I told them there were bigger and badder dudes just behind us, so it's up to them.
Yeah, the weird thing is they must believe you with that roll. Like, they believe you, but they don't care.
Yeah. All right, so Leofard.
Humble bandit, humble ruffian, what task do you ask of us?
Oh. I'm mighty pleased you asked me that. You see, not everybody succumbed to our toll giving, you see that we caused a bit of trouble amongst these people who were trying to get by without paying the tolls. Not unlike your friend here. Some people just got no respect. There's one person in particular that got away from us, and I reckon if you can find him and bring him back to us, we'll give you a mighty fine reward.
Oh, I want to try and intuit the truthfulness of his statement.
You certainly can do that.
All right. What am I at here? I'm at 11.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, now, if you hadn't tried to ride on my coattails, I got a 9.
I figured this would happen, but this ability is the whole reason I chose Noble.
So what is that? You both get...
We both get
both
another
get
point of
dishonor?
dishonor, yeah.
That's interesting.
I think I'm gonna die very quickly.
Sweet special move. Oh, you can't die, Marlon. You'll just
Be so dishonored that you don't matter to the world anymore.
I was already a hermit in the woods. I tricked people into thinking I was a fish.
The other fish will shun you.
Life matter.
Well, despite their humble and rough origins, the Esclagants, these gentlemen seem on the up and up. Perhaps we should try and find whomever they want us to seek. And help that person back on the path of righteousness.
I am a nobleman in these lands. It is my duty to enforce the king's law. Gentle bandit men, are you in fact enforcers of the king's toll, or do you take a toll on your own behalf?
That question is going to need to come with some kind of skill.
All right.
So if that's going to be... If that's your turn, then everybody gets a point of dishonor.
Yeah. I assumed we were starting my turn. So
We're continuing with the encounter.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the only way to end it at this point would be to pay them, which would also be dishonorable.
I got an idea.
I'll bet you do.
Always do.
Leofer, you gave me that buff earlier. Is it still active?
No, it's only after. It was for that next turn.
Okay.
That next action you rolled.
All right. Well, I'm going to roll authority because I am using my position as a Duke of King Arthur's court to demand that they explain themselves. Cool. Can I apply Valorous now? Because I am standing in front of a bunch of guys who probably want to kill me.
Yeah, and you're just trying to find out the truth. I would say that Valorous would be appropriate.
Reroll then. It's the same number. I have failed. It is a 6. No, wait. It's a 10. Still a fail.
So the bandits, the head bandit looks at you and he's just like, of course we enforce the tolls, but that's kind of all that he says.
I mean, this guy's a liar, but I can't say it out loud. That would be dishonorable. I'm going to buff Leofer again. What's the worst that could happen?
This isn't a buff.
Okay, I'm going to hitch my fate to Leofer's wagon again, Because here's the thing. There's a chance that Leofer might get me some honor. If I do this to Marlin the fish, I'm definitely going to lose.
Wow. You must
This-
have been at the D&D table.
This guy is he does witchcraft and he lies. That's what he does. So
Literally how I survive
yeah,
is through lying.
so he might be in the wrong game. All right,
I
I'm
don't
done.
Know, I don't know how I'm supposed to play a sorcerer who like is inherently heretical to exist. So
I don't know. Maybe you do white magic. You said you were a healer. Maybe it
was a
simply
healer.
isn't true that you're dishonorable by being a sorcerer. But
Yeah.
you do tend to lie and trick a lot, which is dishonorable.
Well, I don't think there's anything dishonorable about living. Actually, if you ask the church, they'd probably say there would be. Anyways, does that conclude your turn though?
Yes, my turn is over. Is it Marlin next, or do the bandits get to go?
The bandits just respond to how you guys choose.
Yeah. So I wanna can you re-describe to me how they look? They look dirty, or did you say they look beat up and injured?
So they're not injured. They're just like they did get in a fight with all these peasants that are dead. So it wasn't ambush, but it wasn't straight up murder. So
Okay, so well, I mean that means I got a couple of nicks and okay. So my ultimate goal is to use mysticism, intellect mysticism, to determine either some type of affliction that one of them is experiencing and offer to aid them as part of a payment instead. I'm trying really hard to keep the peace right now, otherwise they're about to get hooked and sword chopped.
I mean, as you can do that, but I
We
mean,
could also just try and find this guy they want us to find.
But that
Yeah, but,
seems
like,
like
then
we're
we're helping
literally
bandits.
we're just helping murderous bandits at that point. That's not honorable.
We should just walk away and see what happens. But
Well-
I still want to go through with this, because if we walk away, well then we get attacked.
Yeah.
You know. So I guess I'm kind of be doing two actions, I guess.
so you only get one.
Yeah, but the mysticism roll is the one that makes more sense.
And what do you want to do with mysticism?
I want to determine if any of them is under any affliction, whether it be a disease or a seemingly benign injury that is much more serious. Because, like you said, they got messed up, but I doubt all of them got away with only minor scrapes and bruises.
I mean, it's clear that they won. And
Yeah.
there seems they've said that one person got away.
Yeah. Am I good to roll? Are you still questioning like why I want to pursue this?
I am questioning that. Yes.
Okay, well, I just want to see like okay, if there was a brawl, someone, especially the guy that got away, had to have gotten a lucky shot, or even if he didn't in a brawl, someone probably got hit with a shovel or something. Maybe their eyes got gouged, or even anything non-physical. They're bandits. They probably don't eat a balanced diet and are probably very sick. Or they don't bathe and they are suffering from the bubonic plague. That's kind of what I'm going for. I guess in like D&D terms, I'd be doing for like I want to perceive a medicine check. I want to do a perception/medicine check to figure out what's wrong with them.
You can do that.
I'm working under the assumption that there might be something wrong with them, even though it's not inherently obvious.
I would argue that it's inherently obvious the other way.
Oh. I don't know what to do then, but I did roll my dice. Well, even if it's ineffective, I still want to do it because I am trying to help them, which is honorable. I'm just trying to help them not be dishonorable. Can I commit to that?
You're trying to help them not be dishonorable, or you're trying to not be dishonorable
I'm
yourself?
living my life by trying to help people. My honor is helping people, right? That's my honor. Okay, is that...
Yeah, Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's fine. Yeah, this would be an honorable action then for you to try to
Okay,
help them.
what do I need to not
You
be
need to
awful?
roll higher than your dishonor,
Which is
15.
15. Well, I was allowed to use mysticism, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, I got 13 plus 4. So
Woo!
I am good. Even if my action is ineffective, I still have to mitigate my dishonor.
Fair enough, man.
So you do succeed, so you do lose the point of dishonor, but you do notice that there is nothing inherently wrong with them aside from you seem to think that they're just bad people. Which I don't know if there's a spell for that.
I'm trying not to use anything beyond like a first level spell in like D&D as far as like concept.
I mean, what about detect thoughts, man?
That's a second level spell.
I mean, I'd go for detect thoughts if it was me.
Okay, that's all I wrote.
All right.
Leo first kind of bored of all this just hemming and hawing. He wants to get through this, so he's going to turn and he wants to ask them, can you give me any kind of description of this person you want us to look for?
Yeah, so he points to all the other peasants and he says he looks like that, but he's alive.
He went which way?
He went that way.
Okay. Sir Leofer is going to stalk out and start looking for this guy.
Okay. What would you like to do to look for him?
I mean, just general, like, hunting, sort of looking for some dude.
Eyeballiness.
Yeah, like, I'm assuming this is going to fall under vigilance.
Sure, you could use vigilance to look.
Yeah.
This would also, just so you know, this would be considered honorable to go looking for this person.
Wait,
So-
really?
It is honorable?
This is an honorable decision, yes.
Good.
I'm
So-
so confused.
Let's see
Helping
if
the
we can-
bandits is honorable?
Yeah, I don't get that, but
Well,
okay.
so are you helping the bandits or are you looking for this guy? Like, the guy didn't do
At this
anything
point-
to you.
I'm just looking for this guy.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I see now. I see.
So your dishonor is currently at 13, Leofer.
Yeah.
All right, looks like you're getting it on her Escalon.
So I have to beat it. I can't meet it.
You have to beat it.
I believe
that's-
you have to beat it.
Wait, I thought it was the opposite.
Earlier, Matt said you have to beat it, and I
I
was
did
like,
say
okay.
that.
Yeah, I think you did say that, but I'm not sure that's what the book says.
Either way, this game seems very hard to not die on accident.
Yeah,
you
it
don't
says
die,
you
though.
must roll equal to or higher than your
Yeah,
current
it
dishonor.
does say equal to or higher than current dishonor.
Then I got
Then we
it with
got
a
it.
13.
Then I got it too. That is my good friend, Sir Leofer, performing this honorable service.
All right, so
What is your class?
Noble. I literally do nothing except pay for stuff, tell people what to
You're a
do,
sight.
and take credit.
It sounds exactly right.
Yeah.
So, Sir Leofer, you do find some tracks that go off into the woods that you can only assume belong to this person who ran off.
It makes sense. I'm gonna follow those tracks.
All right.
You know what?
Yes.
Wait. I'm going to signal my companions. Help me out.
Yeah,
I found these tracks.
I'm going with you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with him.
How else can I continue to patronize you?
And be patronized by him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Question.
So I think I'm gonna pass my. I did a successful skill check. I succeeded at my action. So I'm gonna grant Cody that +2 bonus on any courage, might, or charm skill on your next turn.
If I'm not allowed to use it on Mike, can I meteor swarm them?
But not cunning.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
And yes, you can, Cody.
Just summon a meteor.
Just please don't.
All right. So we are following tracks now, yes?
Yes.
New turn. Are we
New
continuing
turn.
this encounter?
Before I... You know what? Yes, we are.
Oh my god.
So,
I have a question also before that. Is the direction they ushered us the direction where we were going or away from where we were going?
clarify your question.
So if we were going north, did they say the guy ran south?
Like, you're not backtracking.
We're going forward.
Or are we going sideways?
I would say it's more of a sideways, but
Okay.
you already found some tracks, so
Okay.
it's not like you're gonna walk for days. You've already found some tracks.
In the
It's
grand
more
scheme
like
of things,
we could
it's more
just
like
walk away at this point.
Yeah.
is what I was trying to get at. At any point, we can just walk away now that we're not immediately engaged with them.
I will.
Add a point of dishonor to everybody.
I just did.
Yeah.
I will turn to my companions and say, I believe we should find this man and help him not return to the bandits, but escape from them safely.
Yes.
All right. Then I guess I will try to continue following the tracks from here using my nothing. I guess, you know what? No, that's not true. I'm going to push us to move faster so we don't delay in our appointment with the Green Knight, and I will do that using endurance to try and traverse this forest landscape as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Holy crap. I'm just going to start a dice jail. Okay. I'm going to lose this. We were talking about Marlin the fish and his dishonorable magical ways, but I'm going to lose. Yeah, so I'm trying to go real fast, but I get a 10 out of my 16, and it's just not helping me any. However, I continue to tell Sir Leofer how he's my boy, and and he's got this for sure. And one day I look forward to presenting him before the peerage.
Giving him a key to the city.
I mean, let's not go nuts.
Now, any of that's going to make Sir Leofer very uncomfortable.
Well, we don't have to take you before the peerage, but you know.
Well, no, I mean, he's not really going to say anything, but it's making him really uncomfortable.
Okay.
Like he exists on the fringes of society right now.
Well, my turn is over.
Well, I'm scared to roll because I have to beat a 15. But I will cunning. I will just be vigilant and look for this man.
Oh, I should have used.
Or
my
could I shout and use persuasion? Is that allowed?
So yes, but you do have some other people that are also looking for this dude. So if you're going to try to, I would say that it would be dishonorable then if you're going to try to shout to get his attention, because could draw the bandits that you're trying to now save him from.
Well, the bandits could just think I'm lying because we just agreed to help him.
You did
And
agree to help them.
And I'm not lying. I'm gonna say, hello, is there anyone injured? I'm looking for injured people, which is not a lie to anybody.
Right, but you did agree, like if you find him, the bandits want him. And the three of you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the three of you did decide that you were going to try to help him not get back to the bandits.
That's what I said. They didn't really say anything.
I didn't agree to anything. I just followed my companion. I am a healer. And at no point did I ever acknowledge their request.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do it, but I am going to say that it's going to be a dishonorable action, which in your defense is going to make it easier for you to succeed.
But it's gonna make my next roll harder. So like, what's the point, right? Like, I feel like I'm gonna lose unless I just do something else.
If you do something honorable and you succeed, then you can lose a point.
Well, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to like find him. I was trying to tell him, hey, I am a healer. Is there anybody injured? Right. That's what my goal is.
But since you just see tracks and you don't see him, I think yelling into the woods is going to be.
I'm just gonna stare. I'm gonna vigilant. I'm gonna cunning, vigilant, and stare.
Stare around, look for him.
Yes.
All right.
Use a magic stare.
Oh, no. Can I mysticism and ask a squirrel to find him?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
Now we're getting green.
I keep thinking it's like late at night for some reason, but no, it's the middle of the
No,
day. No,
it's
like
the
I don't know.
beginning
Is there
of
like
the
a
day, yeah.
pig or a squirrel? Pick an animal.
Absolutely, there's a squirrel.
Okay. I like try to summon a squirrel and get it to be a familiar for a little bit. And I don't think I can use peaceful for that.
Well, you already used your. Did you already reroll once using your virtue?
I don't think I actually did. Because I'd already passed the roll.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter because it only applies. I think I'm boned. I fail because that's only a 9.
So
Well,
a squirrel does stare at you, but like confused. So the squirrel that you saw just stares back at you in a very squirrel-like way.
Okay.
cool. Well, thanks for making me not the most dishonorable person.
We share it.
Yeah.
I'll be surprised if my character does not die before break.
Me too.
All
You
right,
and me.
Sir Leofer.
I mean, I found these damn I found these damn tracks. Ugh, none of y'all. I mean, what, you want me to do everything here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently.
One of them definitely does.
We don't
Yes.
we don't want you to. It's just the way it's working out, bud. We would really like to be of use.
So, can we see any of these, lowborn ruffians looking around this woods with us?
They are all where you left them, so they all came out to meet you, but one of them spoke for everybody, tasked you with finding this one person.
We should have just killed them. We would have less dishonor if we had just murdered them all.
But they are allowing you to go do their dirty work for them.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that goes. At no point did any of the three of us tell them that we would do that. We just went looking for the guy.
Well, yeah, like Jason just took off. Sir Leofer just took off walking.
Yeah.
I think the assumption is that
Sir Leopold has a dearth of patience. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just gonna like try and follow these footprints, keep an eye out, and whilst keeping an eye out for any good-looking hiding spots someone might be hiding in.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I'm just rolling vigilance again.
Hey, man. If it works, do it.
Yeah.
Can I copy your ability? It's gone.
So that's an 18.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sir Leofer.
What is this game?
He saw a thing, therefore we have honor.
What is this game?
We got to push a little more.
I feel like this thing really exposes the ridiculousness of Arthurian codes of honor.
Well, not just that, but it's exposing how dithering most RPGs train you to be.
Yeah.
Every action, I want to know about this, and I want to know. We got to just push, keep moving.
Hit him with a stick.
We got to move forward. So what do I find?
So you find a man in peasant garb, cowering in the woods. And as you look at him, he says, "Don't take me back to them. Don't bring me back to them."
Bet.
He means we're not going to.
Tell me what happened.
We were just going along our way, and this angry southern man came running out of the woods. He had a bunch of people following him. They just started shooting arrows at us and talking about a toll. We clearly are poor and have almost nothing. I actually have nothing now because I ran away from it. And they murdered all of my friends. And here I am.
Can I give him some food and water from my kit?
If you have that, sure.
Yeah.
There was no
I'm
starting.
traveling, I'm
inventory.
going to have tack.
Yeah, there wasn't much in the book about, there wasn't anything in the book about equipment or inventory.
Yeah.
I think that speaks to Jason's point that like the game is just trying to get you to push like
Yeah. Yeah, we're not supposed to worry about the little details so much.
So yeah, I want to give him a little bit of food and drink and offer him protection if he will come back with us to confront these ruffians about their trespass against the law and order of the land.
He again begs you, please don't take me back to them.
I don't want to take you back to them. I want you to accompany us back to them as a witness when we confront them about slaughtering your companions.
I will go with you, but I will not go with you to them.
He's not willing to face his attackers.
Okay. But
Spineless peasants.
It's my turn, yes?
stop.
Yeah, I think we're in a new turn.
All
If
right.
it is, then
Then
Previous
Dishonored's
Dishonor.
going up by 1.
Um,
I have to roll a what? An 18.
I have-
17.
I have made this decision that this encounter is over. If this person, I'm gonna toss him some money, which I have a lot of. I'll give him whatever my small change is, and I will tell him that he is free to follow us. We will be circling around the bandits and continuing on the road from there.
I'm down with that.
I would offer to heal him.
he accepts the food he says that the money is more money than he's seen in his entire life.
I'm literally
even though
giving him
you-
the least amount of money that it's possible for me to give him. But
Yeah, well, parasite class versus
yeah,
working class.
correct.
Parasite glass.
He didn't know that they made coins of that size.
He probably heard the ones that I dug past to get the one that I gave him.
It's all the same to him.
Yeah.
And he accepts the healing. Are you making him whole? Are you making him like?
I don't really know what's wrong with him, but I assume I can give him like a salve. Give him a little herbal rub. A little...
I'd say he's mostly tired and hungry, a little beat up, but he did get away. So
I just rubbed him with THC or CBD cream.
now
He feels great now.
He's extra hungry.
You don't get the munchies from CBD cream.
So you have chosen to end the encounter,
Yes.
Duke?
Yes, I have.
All right.
Duke is not my name. It's my title.
Okay. Sir,
Yes.
in that case, we move on to judgment. So the way the game works is that after every encounter, you get judgment, where Steve pointed out earlier that there may be hidden tasks or unknown accomplishments to achieve, and now we find out what those may or may not have been. So your honorable results are that you found Aldo and you did not take him back to the bandits, which awards you +0. Nothing.
Woo!
You did give him supplies and protection. And I believe everybody contributed to that, so everybody gets -1 dishonor.
Yeah, we do.
Yay!
The bandits are still at large, though,
Come on.
which gives you +1 dishonor.
Undo.
We literally
undo.
should have murdered all of them and then helped the guy.
Since the encounter is over, if you murder all the bandits, then you would have lost 1 dishonor. But now you can have atonement, and everybody who did use a roll, like a re-roll, that is restored to you.
Okay. I have my virtue back, guys.
You've regained your virtue.
I am going to go put on my all blue hat and wear all blue clothing for the rest of the stream. And play only pair and do the most Paragon thing all the time. Even if it makes no sense.
So, atonement is that if any player feels like any other player has too much dishonor, they can spend 3 of their own. They can gain 3 dishonor to remove 1 dishonor from someone else.
We
No
would all
thanks.
be at the same.
So, in theory, one of you could make everybody an equal, but that is your own decision to make.
What if I took one of Leofar's honor for him?
I mean,
I think we're good.
you actually, Marlon, you still have room to do this. Like, you could take a point from one of us, and you'd still have 1 left.
He really wouldn't, though, because the moment we hit our next encounter,
I died.
Right, but we could get
He's
to
gone.
it. But we could get to it.
It
All right.
turns out I'm a heretic after all. Turns into a frog, jumps into the woods.
Leofer is going to play to his vice and keep his honor for himself. Right
Yeah, that's
now.
fine. That's fine. That's fine. I don't
Yeah. We didn't expect you to do that
Yeah,
Seems
when you're
reasonable.
already at 12.
If you were at like 2, I'd be like, come on, man.
So, Steve, before we move on, this is like in between encounters, so we could take your break now, even though it's early.
Yeah, we could. That might be a good idea because who knows how
Yeah.
long the next one will take. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kind
Alright.
of down for that myself.
We
All
didn't
right.
tell them how long we'd be, but they should know by now.
Yeah, it'll be 10 minutes, guys. Thanks for watching, Sarah and us. That's who's in the chat.
Hi, Sarah.
Not my Sarah, Matt's Sarah.
I actually knew that.
Yeah?
I actually knew that.
All right. We're going to take 10 minutes. We'll be back around 9:50-ish. All right. Well, welcome back. We are a reasonably honorable bunch. As honorable as they get.
My existence is heretical.
Yeah, but whose isn't?
Well, technically, I got to keep that arm down.
Yeah. All right. Well, we helped the guy get away. What are we doing next?
All right, so 1 day has passed since your last danger. You guys have almost exhausted your dishonor. Time on the road seems to make everything grow. The trees seem taller. The bags under your eyes are deeper. Your boots are heavier. Knowing what's at stake, you venture onwards. After several hours, you come across a man who runs out of the woods, yelling, "Stop! Stop! You'll scare it off!" You see a rustle in the brush and a flash of orange and white.
It's a deer.
There it goes. He continues and looks up at you, and he's so mad. That was my dinner. And then he starts swearing at you. So, we're going to all get a point of dishonor, except me. I don't have any.
Somehow, as the game
You're
master,
the
I feel
most
like you're
dishonor of all.
Yeah.
exactly.
You
actually
you
is 40.
started with 40 dishonor when we got here.
There's not even a scale for how much dishonor that I have. It's limitless. And then we're going to roll for initiative again. So
That's
another authority check, yeah.
Authority.
I'm going last because I have no courage.
Oh, I'm not going last. I got the same initiative roll as last time, which was my only good roll, a 23.
I got a 15.
So I'm going last.
I'm not going last again.
My authority always makes me the initiative leader because
Apparently.
I am a noble, you see. I am the natural leader of our party because of my dukiness.
It
Yeah, you
seems to
dookie
be
head.
the only thing you're capable of doing.
Cody, what did you roll?
14.
I'm a
Oh, that
supervisor.
was close.
I'm a supervisor by nature.
All right. So, what are you guys going to do? This guy is swearing at you about his dinner.
I would like to hand him a coin and tell him that his dinner is on me, and then I would like to walk onward.
If that is your decision,
That is 100% my decision. I do not want to go hunt a deer for some rando who's mad at us for walking down a road.
well, you did scare off his dinner.
I
which
mean, his dinner was near the road that people walk down. So I will graciously offer to buy him a meal or two using this coin that apparently peasants think is a lot of money, and then we will go.
Okay.
We also know what happened last time, right?
There's a chance that the break was premature. So if that is the decision by the leader,
You
which
keep
it
trying.
sounds like
You
it
keep hoping I'm
100%
gonna
is.
take it back. You keep hoping I'm gonna take it back, but I'm not.
All right. So then the conclusion is that you have left him hungry and without food, because you are not near any sizzlers,
I don't care about that.
which will grant you all 1 dishonor.
That's totally messed up. I can make food. That's so messed up.
You have left him alone and tired, which will add 1 dishonor.
It's like I don't get a turn, right? Because that's
Yeah,
like
I think
saying
we're losing Cody here.
Oh God! Oh no!
He's still upset about the fox, which will grant you 1 dishonor.
It was a fox. I thought it was a deer.
Cody called it a deer.
A fox?
It was
Yeah.
a fox.
all he said was orange and white, and they shouted deer.
So let's see. So that is +3
Yeah.
dishonor for everybody.
+3, 1 for the initiative starting, 1
So it'd be
for leaving him
+4
alone.
total.
Okay. What? Wait.
So-
I only counted 3 in the judgment.
So 3 in the
we're
judgment,
up
and then 1 for
the
starting the
judgment.
encounter.
Okay. So, all right. So I've already got them all. So Cody is at 19, not at 20.
No, I'm dead. I was at 17.
Yeah.
But I added 3. You weren't. You couldn't have been at 17.
No, you should have added 4.
But I added.
Yeah.
I added 1 when we started the encounter. I already did that one.
Okay.
Check playback.
Well, I'll die at the beginning of the next encounter.
Yeah. I hope that I'm telling the truth. I remember adding it. I might not have hit save.
Dude, I'm so salty because I literally am called the fish, and I was gonna pull a fish out of my sleeve. Oh.
Is it
You just
So is
have
there more judgment?
is it possible to
No, it's okay.
Is
It's
that
okay.
it? Is that it, Matt, for this one?
Yes.
Okay. Is it I don't have 3 dishonor to take. But is it possible to save Marlon by putting myself out of the game? Can I get
No, no,
21
no.
dishonor?
No, it's fine.
No.
It's fine.
Because once you hit 20, then your game is over.
Well, no, what'll happen is once he hits 20, he's out of that encounter. Then at the end of the encounter, if one of us has enough honor...
If you decide to give anybody -1 point,
You know what?
Save the...
If we actually try to go for these secret objectives and engage with the adventure...
I thought that's what I was doing. I thought this guy was a distraction.
He is a distraction, but you walked right past him and
And that's
dishonored yourself.
dishonorable. A lot.
I don't know, man. I thought giving him the coin was going to turn out to be honorable. I thought, oh, well, we don't have to leave this guy hungry. I will pay him instead.
It only proves nobles know nothing of honor or how to help people.
That
Only
well,
the rich.
that's valid. That's definitely valid.
Let's just throw money at it. It'll be fine. All right, so moving on. Like, do you guys want to talk about this encounter at all? Because like,
sessions.
well,
It's
it's
a good thing I
okay.
won't have internet next session.
Well, we'll see. We'll see about that. What happens if Cody's just out? Do we just refuse to travel with him any further?
His journey is over, so he's just no longer a part.
Right,
of
but
your
like
adventure.
in world, like what? How would we portray that? Is it just like
He's just
this
so
guy-
disgusted with me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just hates himself so much that he just goes back to his lake where the lake recedes.
And like
We
probably 3 hours after he gets there, Duke Esclagant's gonna show up there too.
You know, I feel like it was more like I get my max dishonor, and you guys are so disgusted with me, even though I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
You both are walking down the road, and you look at me and go, "You're a sorcerer?" Like, yeah, and I just run away.
All right, gang. What are we doing next?
All right, so it's been a full day of travel, and as night falls, you come across a small shack next to a lake. This is for Cody. It is dark. There are no lights burning in the windows. It seems deserted. You slowly open the door to find a single room cabin. A thick layer of dust covers everything inside. You set up camp indoors. It's the first time you've slept with a roof over your head in what feels like a long time, even though, admittedly, it's been like a day and a half.
Yeah, we were in a tavern last night.
2 nights ago.
Oh, I
Maybe.
didn't know. Was there a night between the bandits and the fox guy?
It
Yeah.
had been a full day.
Okay.
So you slept with the peasant for 1 night.
Okay. Well, that guy thinks we're good anyway.
Well, he thinks some of you are good.
What? We all helped him.
You did all help him.
I gave him money. Leofer gave him food. Marlon healed his wounds. He should like all of us.
That doesn't mean that he didn't pick favorites.
Oh, all right. Well, he can have a favorite as long as he acknowledges that we're all decent.
All right, so first, everybody's going to get a point of dishonor.
Bye,
And
Marlon.
then you realize I am not decent.
Yeah, you just don't wake up is what happens. Whatever's about to happen, you just sleep through it.
And the other 2 of you can roll for initiative.
Please beat me. I do not want this responsibility again.
I was hoping to last time.
Well, what'd you get?
Oh, you know what? I definitely think I'm beating you this time. I got an 8.
Well, sir, I have rolled a 19 for the 3rd encounter in a row, making my initiative roll 23.
I feel like this game wasn't played very much.
Well, they didn't play test it with Steve. You're on an epic adventure. No, I'm just going to walk past that.
I mean, I read the book. The core mechanic is deciding whether you should delay or not. And I was just like, no.
It's trying to mitigate the delay you're already in.
Yeah, I guess. I thought the money would help, but apparently Matt decided there's no sizzlers, so.
Well, yeah.
Well,
there
come
was
on.
no
Okay,
sizzle.
seriously, this is Arthurian Britain. They don't have U.S.-style freedom out here.
But that guy does have a shiny coin.
We could have told him where the tavern was. That's what I should have done. Should have given him food instead of money.
All right. So, now that you rolled for initiative, in the middle of the night, your eyes open to a woman standing over you.
I kill her. No, just kidding. All right, go on.
She pops up, not unlike Ewan McGregor in Attack of the Clones, and says, "Hello there."
General, what's your name?
The negotiator.
A chill runs up your spine. Something about her seems off. Her presence has turned the room both comforting and frightening all at once. She moves with a dreamlike elegance as she says, "I seem to have lost my head. Will you help me find it?" Before you can give your answer, she opens the door to the cabin and glides outside towards the lake, her feet scarcely touching the ground. Duke Escalante, what do you do?
I'm going to try and shake Marlon awake. Marlon! Wake up, you scumbag. This guy's so dishonorable. Let's just go. So she had a head and claimed that she didn't?
She says she seems to have lost it.
But we could see her and she had one as far as we could see, right?
Yeah, I mean, she looks like a woman.
Yeah, you
but
didn't
she's
mention
also
she looked
gliding.
like a decapitated woman. So I think it's clearly a ghost. So I'm going to pull out my ghost slaying sword just in case, and then I'm going to go out and follow her.
Will you check your inventory for your ghost slaying sword?
It's just the same as my regular sword.
Okay. And nobles can buy everything.
Cody's turned into a Skype logo.
So
I'm
you
so
choose to-
dishonorable, my image won't load. Why did my camera turn off?
I don't know. Did you hit the camera off?
I guess.
So If you go outside, then you can decide what to do aside from going outside.
Okay, do I see her anywhere? Like, what is she out here? Can I follow her further? Is she taking me somewhere? What's happening?
Yeah, so if you go outside, then you find her standing by a lake.
Okay.
She peers deeply into the water. She says, I know my head is down there. I need it back. I need it. I need it with me. She looks up at you with mournful eyes, which are on her head. Once you dive in, you may find something else of mine, some shiny memory I'd rather forget. If you see it, leave it, please.
Cool.
She says before staring back down at the lake's murky depths.
So, taking Jason's advice, I will ask no questions and will use my endurance to dive into the lake and try to find her head.
Sir Leofer would like to interrupt a sec.
Okay.
Do you have any rope on you?
I do not feel like I would have rope on me now. I feel like that's more of a Leofer. I feel that's more of a Leofer thing than an Esclagant thing, having a rope.
So I want to, like, before you, I am totally down with you diving down there.
Uh-huh.
I just kind of want to tie a rope to you to try, if anything seems to be going wrong.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Pull,
Okay.
tug twice, right?
Something like that.
All right, so I got the rope around, let's say one ankle. And I will dive under the water with my endurance. Please roll a 19 again. Good. Okay, close enough. 15, which is 19 with the modifiers. Also, and before I go under, I'm gonna be like, "This is my boy, Sir Leofer. I'm his patron," and then I'm gonna go under the water.
You don't want to patron Marlin?
No, fuck that guy. He's such a scumbag. We just woke up hating Marlin. We don't know why.
Well, hey, at least you made your roll.
Yeah, I did. So I'm under there. What do I find the head?
So you find that the water is cold and takes your breath away. What seemed like a shallow lake is indeed a deep, cavernous space with no surface in sight. As you swim deeper into the darkness and reach the bottom, you hear a voice inside your head. Come down for that liar's head you did. Shouldn't fall for these types of tricks. She's an evil ghost, as evil as she was in life. Take the ring. Bring it to the surface. It'll ward her off for good, not to mention keep you safe against any spirit. The head will do nothing. Be warned, though, you can only take one, not the other.
And
that's your turn.
Blub,
knock
blub,
off
blub.
point of dishonor.
What was that? Oh yeah, I gotta
you did
take away
succeed.
a dishonor.
Yeah.
I got so used to adding them.
You'll get your chance.
I was waiting for Matt to tell me, well, you fucked that up. All right, that's my turn. I will respond blub, blub, blub and wait for Sir Leofer to do his thing above me.
So, Sir Leoford, that's a person, not a. Also, real quick, Steve, knock off a point of dishonor.
I just did. Oh, it hasn't updated. Hold on. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. You know, I want to try and while I'm holding this rope, while I'm holding the slack on Esclagant, I want to try and rack my brain and think of any tales I might have heard from this area about a woman who had lost her head.
Okay. What are you using to do so?
Folklore.
Okay.
Oh, this is going to go bad. That's a 6. Bringing it up to 8. But you know what? I mean, I really want to help this woman. As a knight, I am foolishly all about putting myself in the path of damsels and maidens and those weaker than myself. So I'd like to burn my virtue for a reroll.
What was your virtue?
Generous.
Okay.
Cool. So I'll just go ahead and kill both of us.
Okay, so yeah. So my I rolled worse. So yeah. I don't remember Jack and bump my dishonor up by 1.
I'm under the water and I feel it, and I'm just like, what the fuck did he do? God, I felt so good about myself a second ago compared to now.
You rolled so bad you forgot what she looked like, and she's just about 6 feet away from you.
Apparently.
Which brings us to Duke's turn. The Duke's turn, in which case we will add a point of dishonor.
Oh, God. No, I'm underwater. Without using an action, as I am gasping for air, I tug the rope twice and then pass out.
Oh boy.
Save us, Leofer. Sarah says it's
stuff Leoford is good at, and then there's some stuff Leoford is not good at.
Sarah says it's karma for not feeding that guy.
So I guess I'm gonna pull Esclagon out. I mean, disgusted with him. I mean, seriously.
I'm such a scumbag.
Carolynn, I got parasites and heretics all around me. Ugh.
I have nothing to say for myself. I have no excuse. I'm not actually dead, right? So I'm just lying there going,
you're just kind of there.
You go on without me. I've failed.
I'm gonna dive in and see if I can't get this stupid head.
I was gonna grab it.
How are you choosing to dive in?
What are you using?
What skill are you using?
Obviously, I'm using my endurance skill.
Okay.
So I'm rolling just total vanilla here because I got nothing. I got courage is not one of my prime abilities, and boy howdy, I didn't take endurance. So I have to get a
18 or higher.
18 or better. And I rolled an 11.
I'll go ahead and add one of these for you. There you go.
I think I failed. I think I am drowning now. Or maybe we just learned that Sir Leofer doesn't know how to swim.
I mean, whichever one you want. Maybe he went to take a dive and just missed the water.
Can I miss the ground as well?
You can miss the ground, but then you might find out you don't know how to swim.
Well, it's flying in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Flying is just, missing the ground.
You haven't figured that out yet either.
Yeah, no, I think Sir Leofer doesn't know how to swim and got a little over cocky because his compatriots were
scumbags.
Yeah.
Totally.
And I think he's about to get there himself.
He's almost a scumbag.
What if he's actually the biggest damn hero?
Next turn comes up.
Next turn comes around.
Dishonor.
And you get your point of dishonor.
Cool. So now do we get to be in the realm of the dishonorable and earn earn some other kind of point.
Oh, that was fucking great.
Is it the Yellow Knight that grants you dishonor to remove your dishonor?
How about instead of honor a dishonor, we go with like hunger fullness?
Oh, beans.
Oh man, we're an hour and 15 minutes from the scheduled end of the stream here, and we're all out.
That was kind of amazing.
That was really, 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 honestly predictable. When I was reading the book, I was like, there's got to be some way that this game works, but I guess not.
No,
So
this,
I think-
honestly, it feels a lot like low-level roguelikes, where it's you are just you're kind of SOL until you start figuring out what the game wants you to do.
Yeah. I thought that I'd figured it out at Encounter 2, and clearly I was mistaken. Because I thought, we earned like 5 points of dishonor in the first encounter. We'll skip this one and we'll get maybe 1. That was incorrect.
Nope.
That was wildly incorrect.
Yeah.
No, it wants you to engage with the encounters, but it wants you to engage with them in rather specific ways.
Yeah. Okay, so Matt, are we wrapping up here? Are we done? Or do we want to like reset to 10 and go on as though we weren't a bunch of dishonorable scumbags?
I mean, it's entirely up to you guys. What I would say is that, I mean, we have a couple options. We can either reset to 10, or we can, since we have this scheduled for two sessions,
Tap out early tonight and come back next week at 10?
come back next week at 10 and maybe engage in this. So I think, to your point, since you guys completed the first encounter, I think your idea for the second encounter would have worked in your favor in the first encounter.
Yeah.
Because
We all started at 13 as a punishment.
Yeah, it's like those old school RPGs where you just have to kind of get lucky in terms of guessing what the game wants right now.
Yeah.
So, obviously, I have the whole thing in my brain. So the concept of like this like supernatural like fantasy, extra fantasy, some weird creature knight challenges you and you accept. The most real world thing is the thing that you guys engage with the most, and then somebody's like, go get this fox or whatever, and you guys are like, nope, we gotta go. And then you come up on this ghost and you guys are like, well, whatever, I'm just gonna dive into this lake, as opposed to like figuring stuff out. So at the end of the first encounter, like the worst case scenario is you would have gained a couple points of dishonor for skipping the whole thing. And obviously, when you did that in the second encounter,
We got like 4, yeah.
yeah, it
Yeah.
just added for not engaging. So, I think if you guys want to, maybe we can talk about the game a little bit, and then we can reset. If you guys want to change your characters for next time, then that's fine, or change your ideas or whatever, that's fine. And we can either just do the back half, or we can, do the encounter that we skipped and see how that rewards anybody. But I think reading through this, and obviously it's tied to the movie, I think if you have the mindset of like, how can we make this seem really cool, the end of the game, in my opinion, is so neat, just in terms of the different options that there are. And I think that it would, like Steve, I was telling you when we started, I think it would be a disservice to playing the game to not see like
Yeah, I think that
The
too. I
finish line.
haven't read what you've read, but I mean, the finish line is the whole point of this one. So, my vote, if everyone is on board with it, I like Matt's idea about sort of rewinding. I feel like we're in a choose your own adventure. We got to the wrong part. We got to the wrong page, and we need to backtrack a few choices, and not skip the fox guy. That's what I think we should do next week.
So reset to the start of the second encounter.
Yeah, I would love to do that, and I'll watch back the video and make sure that the dishonor is set appropriately for where we were right then, and try again. What do you guys think?
I'm into it.
Yeah. Even if I start at 17, which I'm totally okay with.
I think it'd even be fair to just assume that you dodged we played the whole first encounter. There's nothing that was missed in the first encounter. So you could even say that we started over and skipped the first encounter, and you would just take that penalty, which is 2 or 3 points.
So put us at 13.
Yeah, that would
put you at 13.
It would give me and Cody a big advantage anyway.
Yeah.
We would like to play the game. I mean, I'm here to play the game, not just get screwed, I guess.
Unfortunately, Steve made that decision for you.
Yeah, I mean,
I was a little salty. I was like, all right, I got the whole big thing. I got my blue socks on. I'm ready to be a good boy.
I mean, yeah, that was my obviously incorrect attempt to guess what I was supposed to do. I mean, the book is like, every second that you delay adds to your dishonor. I'm like, well, I'm fucking out of here then. Obviously, that didn't work first time. Nope, that adds to your dishonor more.
Well, that's kind of the thing is, every second you delay adds to your dishonor, but every dishonorable action you take to expedite that trip is going to add to your dishonor.
And that is kind of a common thing in Arthurian myth. There's a lot of stories where the challenge of the knight is to keep his honor in an impossible circumstance. I forget which one of them it was. It might have been Percival, who had this situation where these women were going to be somehow magically forced to commit suicide unless they lay with a man. And he was like, well, I have to keep my virtue, but I also can't let them die. And that was the choice he had to make.
I saw that in Monty Python, right?
Similar, yeah. All right. Well, Matt, thank you for running this. You did a great job. It was clearly us that fucked it up.
Well, us.
Shut up, you. Like you were doing so well.
I was doing decent. When I was
he
in
was
my
the only
video,
one that had successful rolls.
That's true. I mean, I rolled literally a 4 every time I rolled something, other than initiative. All right, guys. Well, we're tapping out really early tonight, an hour early, I guess, but that's in our Dungeon Master's favor. So we're gonna.
Yeah.
That's really in all of our favor. But we're gonna see you next week, and I guess we'll talk about it in the intervening week and figure out exactly how we're gonna start up. But we've got another week of the Green Knight coming. So thank you, Matt. Thank you, Cody and Jason. Thank you, everyone who's watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for having me.
You too.
See you guys.